There are three essential pillars that we need to work on to rehabilitate a herniated disc: mobility, strength, and stability. And in this video, I'm going to give you all three, each with a different exercise and each one divided into 3 different levels of difficulty so you can find the one that best suits your abilities. But before we start, one important thing. This video is not designed for people who have a hard time moving, who are experiencing an episode of acute pain, who can't move in bed, or who can barely get up. It is designed for people diagnosed with a herniated disc who have frequent recurring pain for months, but whose pain does not reach very high levels. That said, I want you to know that every week I send an email with all the videos I publish each week, the best health newsletter in the world. And if you want to join, just click on the little card that appears up here, open it, enter your email, and you're in. More than 200,000 people are already part of it, and it's completely free. Let's get started. We're going to need a flat surface. It could be the floor, it could even be the bed, a pillow, and also a towel or another pillow for some exercises where you want to protect your back a little more. Let's lie on our backs and start with the strength exercise. We're going to work especially on the anterior abdominal wall, and as I promised you, we're going to do 3 different levels of difficulty. First of all, if you're one of those people who feels pain in the lower back when you lift your legs, I want you to place a small rolled towel or a small cushion under that area to support it during the exercise. You can also place your hands just below your buttocks to have better leverage. First level of difficulty, we lie on our back with our arms resting by our sides. I want you to inhale, exhale, and lift your legs. They're going to stay at a 90-degree angle throughout the entire exercise. 90 degrees of knee flexion, 90 degrees of hip flexion. If it's too difficult, you can let your legs drop, but as much as possible, keep your legs at 90 degrees. From here, I'm going to start with the left leg. I'm going to inhale and lower that leg slowly. I want that heel to touch the floor, and then I'm going to exhale and lift it up. Now let's go with the right one. I inhale, that leg goes down. Look, from another angle, I exhale, we come back up. What are you going to notice? Muscle contraction in front of your abdomen, especially near your hips. We're going to add a little extra, and every time you exhale, I want you to pull your belly button in as if you were contracting your whole abdomen and trying to touch the floor with your abdomen. Let's go for it. We count 10 repetitions with each leg. Let's start. I inhale, touch down, pull my belly button in and up. Right leg touch. 2. Touch. 3. Touch. 4, 5. Touch heel. Switching cameras. 5, 4. Touch. 5, 4. 6. It's starting to show, isn't it? That muscle contraction in your lower abdomen. 7, 7. 8. We touch. I think I skipped one. We touch down. 10. And we can do 2 things. If you're already very tired, if it's impossible for you to get up, grab your legs, make a small rocking motion, and rest before moving on to level 2. If it's easy for you, if you still have stamina, we have to do 10 more. I take a breath. Down. Touch. 11. Touch. 12. Touch. 13. Touch. 14. 15. The foot never rests, it only touches. We release, we inhale. 16. On the way up. 17. 18. 19 and 20. Now let's call that 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. Your lower abs are weak just by doing this exercise because I'm sure you've noticed a lot of fatigue. This is level 1 of strengthening the anterior abdominal wall. If it's been too hard, we'll stick with this one. At the end, I'll explain how to add sets and repetitions. If it seemed intense but not extremely difficult, I encourage you to try the second level. It's similar, except that we're going to put more pressure on the core. How? By extending one leg. We have several variations. The most complicated of all is from the same position. We're going to stretch one leg and alternate then the other. That's the most complicated one. If you want to make things a little easier, you can keep that leg there and do 10 reps with the left leg, then 10 reps with the right leg. I'll let you choose either one. It's a small sub-level within the second level to strengthen the front abdominal wall with a herniated disc. Let's go for it. Take a breath. I'm going to do the most complicated one. I stretch my leg to 45 degrees and hold it throughout the entire exhalation. What I also like is to pull my toes toward me to engage the kinetic chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can rest a little, grab your legs, do a little rocking motion, but we're really halfway there. I'm going to do 10 more. And remember, if your lower back bothers you, you can put a small towel there to fill that gap so it's well supported and your spine is protected. Let's continue. Let go. 11. 12. 13.
14,
4. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 19 and 20. Impressive work. Let's rest that lower back a little. Grab your knees, make small circles. You can also plant your feet and rock gently. And this is level 2 in strengthening the anterior abdominal wall. You can already feel the fatigue, right? It's demanding. It's an exercise that's going to be difficult for almost everyone, even for me. Let's look at the third one to finish this first strength block for the core area. And it's basically the same exercise but adding arm movement. This will challenge your body's coordination and at the same time increase the tension in your abdominal area. Pay attention. The leg movement is the same. We keep them here, stretch and return. But now we have to coordinate it with the arms, dead bug exercise. At the same time I stretch my left leg, I lower my right arm. This creates a cross-body tension between the arm and the leg. I return to the starting position. And I do the opposite movement. Also, if when you exhale, you can pull your belly button in to increase that deep contraction in your abdominal wall, even better. If you can't do it, that's okay too. Done is better than perfect. Let's go for that third level. Come on, lift those legs, arms toward the ceiling. At first, it's going to be a little hard for you, especially when it comes to coordinating the movement. I inhale, start with the leg, and then with the arm, left leg, right arm, and we hold the position throughout the entire exhalation. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. Arm and leg at 45 degrees. 4, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short pause. We're halfway through the journey. Small bird dog movement for the legs, and we have 10 more to go. If you're tired here, it's okay. You can take a break now. Let's catch our breath. Left leg, right arm. 11. Right, left arm. 12. Left leg, right arm. 13. Right leg, left arm. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19, and 20. Impressive work. If you finished them all with me, congratulations. I assure you I'm sweating, and it was just as hard for me as it was for you. Perfect. We've seen 3 variations of strength work, especially for the front part of the body, the front abdominal area. Let's set the cushion aside, and now we're going to move on to the back part. And listen to me carefully, because now we're going to work on stability. And even though it's a little less demanding, it's still just as challenging as the previous part. So let's start this second stability block with 3 different exercises so you can stick with the one that suits you best. Choose one that lets you work, doesn't cause pain, and matches your abilities. Let's move to a quadruped position. If you have knee pain, you can place a small pillow underneath. If you have wrist pain, we could position ourselves like this. Both positions are valid, and I want you to focus on your right leg. I want you to inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, stretch that right leg as much as you can. Make sure your toes point toward you, and that leg forms an extension. I'm falling, in line with your body. It shouldn't be too high or too low. An extension, just as you see here. We inhale and return, and next we repeat with the other side. The tip of your foot ideally should be pointing downward, just as you can see here, not outward. We're going to keep it pointing straight down. We're going to do 20 repetitions, which means 10 per leg. We'll take a short break when you've done 10. Let's finish it together. What do you think? We start strong with this stability pillar. Let's go for it. I look down, I inhale, I exhale, I extend my leg. I hold it for the whole exhale. 1. I touch down. I switch to the other leg. 2. I touch down. I breathe out. Right leg. 3. Of thank you at this moment. 4. Watch the video. Thank you. 1 more. 2. Leg rejected. My leg is an extension of my body. 5. 6. You have to think as if your heel is moving away from your body and your toes are always pointing toward you. 7. We lower that leg, keeping it very straight. 8. Where are we going to feel it? In the glute area, the back of the leg. 9. 10. And as I promised you, I take a short break, come back round my spine a little, rest and breathe. We have 10 more to finish this first difficulty level of stability exercises. Let's continue. I take a breath. I lower my right leg. I go down. I touch. I switch to my left leg. Let's switch cameras. 2, 3. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Always keep your foot pointed down. 9. I stretch my leg. And 10. Very good. First level of stability completed. We write down how it went for us. Was it easy? Was it difficult? Our lower back hurt. If everything went well, if there was no major discomfort, we will try level 2, where we introduce coordinated arm movements, moving the arms asymmetrically in relation to the legs. Pay close attention, listen to me while you rest. Now, at the same time as we lift the leg, we have to move the opposite hand, in such a way that the back of the hand goes over my forehead and the elbow rises upward. I'll show you here so you can see it better. The back of my hand goes toward my forehead. I raise my arm upward. It's the same with the opposite arm. I start with the leg. I bring the back of my hand against my forehead, and then I raise my elbow upward to contract the muscles in the back. So, let's do those 10 repetitions with each leg together with me. Let's do it. It may be tough at first and you could lose coordination, but with practice you'll improve. We inhale at the bottom, exhale, extend the legs and raise the hand well, elbow up. 1. We switch, opposite side. 2. Keep that elbow up, good contraction between the shoulder blades. Leg in line with the body. 3. Toes toward me. 2, 3, 4. 4, 3. 5. 6. 7. 8, 7. 9. And 10. Lean back and rest. We stretch forward, a little pause because we have 10 more, 5 on each side. And you may have noticed how the sensations are a little different. You're going to feel it more in your shoulder blades, more in your lower back too, and more in your glutes. Let's continue. I take a breath. Come on, right leg, left arm, raise that elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Tremendous job. Very good. I sit back on my heels, round my back a little, and relax. How did that level 2 of posterior stability feel for you? Good. Write it down. If it was good, we can move on to the next level, where we add a small variation. But first, take a breath. And rest. You've earned it. Once we finish this third variation of the stability block, we'll move on to mobility, and the good thing is that mobility is gentle. You don't have to make any kind of effort, just hold a position for 5 to 15 minutes. So once the work is done, let's relax together. But first, third level of stability. We're doing the same exercise with the same basic setup. For the final position, it's better to keep the opposite leg fully extended. Hand at forehead level, elbow up high. But now when you inhale, I want you to bring that elbow until it touches your knee, bending and then extending. Unlike the previous variation, we no longer alternate. Do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. This can be quite demanding for the side that's supporting you. So consider if this exercise is too demanding for you. Let's go for it. Hey, come on. I'm going to start with my right arm, left leg. I want you to join me and I want your spine to come down as you bend as well. Let your forehead follow your hand so that your elbow and knee meet. We inhale, exhale, and lift everything up. I inhale as I go down. The elbow and knee come together. I exhale as I come up. 1. They touch. 1. Up. 2. Let's change the camera angle a bit. Up. 3. 4. Up. 4. 4. 4. Thank you. 5. 5. 5. Thank you. Thank you. 6. Subscribe. 8. 9. Idiot. Very good, honestly. Great support work as well. Raise your right hip, sit back a little on your heels to relax. And let's go with the other side. We have 10 more to finish this third level of stability. We're ready? Take a breath in, exhale, lift your leg and arm up, inhale, touch this elbow to that leg, exhale, 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Tremendous job. My sincerest congratulations. Sit back on your heels with your spine rounded. I'm going to sit normally to explain a couple of things to you. We've done a first block of strength, a second block of stability, and they're divided up. One works the front, the other works the back. I've given you 3 options to choose the best one for you. And we're going to finish with an extension exercise for the lumbar area, which is absolutely essential if you have a disc problem. The problem with lumbar extension, which is the best tool to fight disc problems, I'll say it again, is that it's hard, it hurts when you do it. It's an exercise you start out hating but end up loving. All my students tell me this. Marcos, at first I could barely get myself 2 centimeters off the ground. Now I lift myself up easily and my body craves this exercise. It doesn't matter what type of disc problem you have, anyone who sits for work should do it. For more than 7 hours because it resets the spine, helps bring it back to its natural position, and works on extension, which actually helps reabsorb that herniated material. Look closely, there are several levels. Again, this is going to be faster than the previous one, and we're going to start with the first one. Basically, you have to lie face down, feet resting on the floor, hands crossed in front of your head, and just hold the position. There are people who already feel discomfort in this position. Just being face down causes them pain. Their spine has lost so much of its ability to extend, to move forward, that as soon as we put them in this position, the spine complains. As if it couldn't do it, as if it had lost that ability, and unfortunately, this is very bad. So, if you start with this position and you feel some pain, don't stop, stay there for a little while. This is the only exercise where I allow you to tolerate more pain to achieve the goals. I just ask you to place your hands crossed in front of you, rest your head, and with each breath, relax even more. Notice how your spine moves toward the floor and arches more and more, and how your belly button sinks little by little toward the mat. And I ask you to stay like this for 5 to 15 minutes, 5 for beginners, 15 for the more experienced. Let's imagine that this position feels good for you and you want to try a little more intensity. What do we do at level 2? We place a thicker cushion at chest level. What does this do? Well, it creates more extension in the lumbar area. Before we were flat and there was a little bit of extension due to gravity. Now by placing the chest on that pillow there's also a bit more extension, therefore the work becomes more intense. Since we can't rest our head, I invite you to place one fist over the other, find a comfortable position and let your head drop. It's extremely important for your head to drop and be supported because that will relax the erector muscles of the spine that go from the nape of the neck to the sacrum. This will help with the extension movement. If we keep our head like this, the exercise is less effective, especially at early levels. So rest your forehead, relax, and again stay there for 5 to 15 minutes and observe how you feel. If it's an exercise that still doesn't cause you any discomfort and is even pleasant, we can move on to a higher level, which is the Sphinx position. We place our forearms in the shape of a triangle or a pyramid as you see here. The elbows are slightly in front of the vertical line. The vertical line is here just slightly in front. We look down towards the mat, and again we close our eyes, breathe, and let our lower back drop towards the floor so that it arches. So that the belly button sinks as much as possible, and we work on the extension. Very good, more demanding, again a maximum of 15 minutes, a minimum of 5 minutes, and within this level of difficulty we can even add more difficulty. If I look forward or even upward, the work is much greater because there is also a synergy between the sacrum and my suboccipital area. Anyway, as you can see, there's a universe of exercises. Many times we wonder which exercise is best for us, but that's not the question. The question is which dosage is best for me, which level of difficulty is best for me, just like with medication. The only difference between medicine and poison is just the dose. With exercise, it's exactly the same. And that's why today I wanted to teach you the 3 essential pillars. 3 variations of each exercise so you can find the one that works best for you. How do we do it? Try them all and choose a difficulty level in each block. Once you have it, we're going to do 4 sets of 10 repetitions. 4, okay? You heard right. 4 from the first block. 4 from the second block, which we did on all 4s. 4. And finally the extension movement. You're going to work on it for 5 to 15 minutes, choosing the position that suits you best. And with that, you will have worked on the 3 pillars with exercises personalized to your situation, and that's what will really help you progress if you want to learn much more about your herniated disc. To expand on all the information we've talked about, I'm going to put a little event called Hernia Week up there in the top right corner of the screen. It offers incredible value for the price, where you will learn more about these pillars, more about your disc condition, and how to prolong and improve the symptoms over time. Before getting out of this position, let's slowly turn to our side. Let's hold this position for a minute, because your spine won't like being face down for too long, so we need to make a gradual transition to the normal position. Once you've spent 30 seconds here, let's turn onto our back. 30 more seconds. Then we sit for 30 seconds, and after that, we'll be ready to stand up. Take your time with that transition. 3 pillars, 3 variations, a complete routine for your herniated disc. I'm truly glad you stayed with me until the end. I hope you were able to find the right difficulty level for you, that you enjoyed the exercises. And above all, I hope to see you again in one of my other videos. Greetings, friends. Bye.